Okay, did I turn it on properly and everything? Okay, good. So again, good morning. And before we launch in, I would like to ask all of you, what have you already noticed shifting in your experience through using language patterns? Have any of you already had the opportunity, even just with the small pieces we've learned so far, have any of you already had the opportunity to notice something shifting in terms of things that had been limitations or at least had been perceived as though they might have been a limitation at one time? So I see some nods. Yes? Oh, you've been using dental floss. Great. Okay, we have a dental floss user now. Excellent. Anyone else?
There was a discussion that I heard this morning. I'm not sure if he wants to share it. Mike?
Oh, well, I was sharing with Dan our piece on the criteria change was formerly I didn't always brush my teeth before I went to bed. And last night as I was laying in bed, I was very tired and I was nodding off watching a movie. And as the movie got near the end, I started going, what's wrong here? So as the movie was over, I had to get up and actually make time to go brush my teeth.
Wow, well that's a very clear experience. It lets you know something has changed. So, excellent. Anybody else? Okay, so today we're going to start off the day again with some more sleight of mouth patterns. And the first pattern we're going to do is a very short and simple pattern. However, have no fear. It won't take us long to make things more complicated again. So this first short and simple pattern is a component in one that we will be doing later that adds to it. So I would like to begin with inviting someone to stand up and make a statement of limitation, statement of a limiting belief. And again, it can be, yes, Ron, please.
Because women are weaker than men, they're inferior.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead and make this statement again so that I have a chance to respond to it immediately. And then someone will show you out of the room. Only kidding. Okay.
Okay, because women are weaker, they are inferior.
You know, it's interesting that you made that statement. See, it was very simple, wasn't it? Okay, have a seat. Another statement of limitation. Yes.
When people are late, it means that they don't care about someone else.
Okay. You know, the fact that you made that statement of belief is really interesting. Okay. Now, try on if you said what Alessandra said. And then I responded in this way. So say your statement again.
When people are late, it means that they don't care about someone else.
Okay, so try on as though you just said that. When people are late, it means they don't care about someone else. And my response is, the fact that you made that statement of belief is interesting. What shifts in your submodalities in response to this? Now, Georgie? From a movie it became a picture, and her gestures are doing this.
I had a feeling of like twisting or something strange.
Some kind of twisting, strange sensation? Yeah. Okay. Anything else that you notice in terms of submodalities changing?
Change level.
Change level in what way?
It went up, and I think it became more cognitive because it's like, oh, as was more dissociated. So I'm looking at it and examining it.
Okay. So for her, it shifted up in location became more cognitive and dissociated as she's examining it. That is an excellent summary of this pattern. We call it meta. Oops, here we go. And all we're doing here is we're talking about the belief as a thing. So we're stepping outside the belief to talk about it. So are you curious as to how you came to have that belief? Interestingly enough, by the way, with each of the other patterns we've done, when we've gotten to applying it to A and B, the belief as a whole, that is an example of this pattern. So, for example, what was it that caused you to have this belief? The prior cause pattern. With the meta, the prior cause pattern applied to the belief as a whole includes meta. So we're talking about the belief as a thing, as an object. In order to do that, we have to step outside it and dissociate from it. So shall we do another example real quick before? It's a pretty simple pattern, obviously, but let's go ahead and demonstrate a couple more times just so it's easier to step into and do yourselves. So somebody else with a statement of limitation.
All corporate executives got there by stepping on someone else.
Okay. All corporate executives got there by stepping on someone else. So now I'm wondering, what do you think about that belief? Okay. So if I use the words that belief to refer to what she just said, that's going to accomplish this pattern. If I use the word that statement that you just made, that's going to accomplish this pattern. So it's pretty simple. Let's do one more example, and then I'll just let you play with it for a few minutes too. Yeah, yes.
Since my father is disappointed with me, it means I'm not worthwhile.
Okay, so I'm wondering, has that belief or that experience allowed you to do anything interesting? Okay, so this time I did combine meta with consequences at the same time, which is fine as well. You can do meta by itself or combine with other patterns, doesn't matter. The important component here is that we referred to that belief or that statement. If you emphasize it just a little bit too, that assists the person in dissociating more strongly, I found. So does the fact that you made that statement of belief, if you want to really dissociate somebody, then you could string several of them along in the same sentence. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is just turn to the person next to you. We'll just do this in pairs, and we'll just take about 3 or 4 minutes to play with it, go back and forth. One person make a statement of limitation, the other person apply the meta pattern, and just keep switching off.